message. They've been cooking, so Kiana's been cooking. Now she's irritated my throat with the smoke. The mother. And how do you know you met her? If anybody can answer that. How do you know if you met the mother? If y'all seen the post that I put up today, I will read them. Grand Rising, everybody. If y'all follow TikTok and if you follow my community board, you see I put some channel message up. How do you know you met the mother? How do you know you met the mother? How do you know when you met the mother? Let me get on my page. Where is this thing on? I'm trying to get to my page in this damn thing. Okay, with my left hand. Damn. Share, like the video, share it. Let me read y'all a couple of my posts this morning. Some of them I made videos, so y'all know those. Okay, I think this is it. Yeah. Consciousness, Sun, S-U-N, not S-O-N. Sound, consciousness, sun, sound, gives way to the subconscious moon to shine light within her etheric sphere. Yet woman ain't aware of this, and until she is, her mother planet's planes will not rise. Yet, however, I can't stand that season. I swear every time that season makes me cough. Mother, I'm gonna take all them seasons and throw them damn things away. Let me go back. To her etheric sphere, yet woman ain't aware of this, and until she is, her mother planet's planes will not rise. Yet, shh, hush, yet forever sits sunk beneath, the goddess neat. The seasons stem from seasons, right? Until her veil be lifted, and darkness sees, S-E-I-Z-E, sees, S-E-A-S-S-E-E-S, sees her natural light, life, as divine love, eternal. Symbolically, what we're talking about is woman and man. And until the woman see herself as divine, eternal light, she will not ever see the mother within herself. I don't want that now. Put it right way. Thank you. She would not see the mother within herself, meaning her own reflection, right? Her own reflection. Consciousness, we know, is the male aspect. Subconscious, we know, is the feminine aspect. We live in a polluted world. Ego. Ego deceives people into thinking you're right when actually you're not right. So the mother, how do you know when you've seen her, is the mother becomes primary, dominant. The mother representing the moon. Your feelings become primordial, in alignment with your consciousness. So the consciousness and the subconscious are in alignment, perfect alignment. And how do you don't let anything surpass your field of sphere, your feelings, all right? In other words, you listen to your mother, the subconscious, your feelings, your moon, your moods, your moons, M-O-O-N-S, M-O-O-N-T-H-S. And what they are amplifying, signaling, y'all gotta excuse me because she cooked and that seasoning just smoked up in here and I had to open it, so now it's got my voice irritated. So nothing surpassed those moons and feelings. You become very in tune with those. You don't ignore those, right? You listen to those, you watch those, you observe those. You take it's like an amplification. It's like a magnification. So everything becomes supernatural, super senses. We want to call them empaths. We want to call them psychic medium. We want to call them all that, but that's not what that is. That's just man's way. Entitlement, characteristics, aspects, attributes. It's nothing personal. It's just you paying attention to yourself and your body. Now the subconscious, meaning the men come to give light, shed light on that darkness, right? So that many women, men alike, can see themselves, their own reflection. Because some people cannot see their own reflection to make necessary corrections in their course, in their behavior, and things like that. Now, another post I wrote, when Goddess, whom we call God, is created men, men's sole duty is to cast light, consciousness upon her darkness, to all her worlds to see her being as first of every day, to have, to uphold, to obey what has given man life. Yet man, also women, has cursed the only virgin whole goddess, as in God, he has or she has ever known. All other women are second to her. I emphasize second. She is primarily truth, is by nature singular. Beloveds, write this down. And nothing is first next to her. She's the only first. God, God is, we've ever known. We as in every human being, right? The subconscious. It's up to each individual to uplift that consciousness, obey that consciousness, right? Observe that consciousness. It's like observing the sky, right? Your insides pushed out. We wouldn't know what our insides look like if we didn't look up and see the sky, in other words, because it would be perfect dark. Just a blue-black. All right. Now, the virgin whole, H-W-H-O-L-E, not HOLE, meaning she's whole, meaning she is whole, right? Not every woman is whole, but she is whole, which is why we come to learn lessons, right? On wholeness, nothingness, oneness, right? Many people speak of oneness and nothingness, but they don't understand what that actually means. You know, we're not ready for the truth. Many are playing the parts of some other thing or else than who they naturally are. Truth is enemy to lies every single time. Beloveds, write this down. Deny everything, trust no one, and always, always question everything except your mother. Now you can see where this is going, right? Let me skip to it. I ain't gonna go over the TikToks. You can go see those yourself. Now, what if we made all this up to soothe the ego? Yes, because we did, you did. Why? To have something else to do besides being yourselves, the self inheritance, intentionally, purposely created for. If not, answer, why is it we, you, always find our way, your way? In other words, we take many travels, many trips, many destinations, and then we always come back to the right way, to the correct way. So, what does that say to you? Predestined. Things were already created. They were already predestined, the path you would take. And that's why no matter what you do, you always come back to you. The road is going to always lead you back to you, back to yourself, back to the mother, right? And I wish I would have wrote this, but I didn't. I don't think I even copied it. Maybe I can play it. I guess I will play them, just so y'all can just, for those that don't have my TikTok page or something. It was this one about emotional intelligence, and the mother, she's like nothing or no one and no thing you've ever known or experienced before. The perfect dark. That is why everyone desires a piece of her. And when you find her, you'll know. You definitely will know. So let me see if I can. Man will never conquer. It's demand. It's demanding. See? No shit. See? The men have it all wrong. They can get anything they want if they only ask, not demand. If they just listen, watch, and observe. The subconscious is asking, not demanding, as in telling what to do. The command The secret word, the code, is ask. But y'all not ready for that because that takes submission, that takes surrender, and that takes obedience, not the ego. So when man comprehends this type of enlightenment, he will have all the support he needs from within. And until then, he gets nothing. Nothing accomplished, nothing gained, because he doesn't surrender. And to who might we ask? He must surrender. I'll leave that up to your own interpretation. If you're smart enough, if you're intelligent enough, if you're emotional enough, and if you're logical enough, you'll understand. Yes, that's your children. Wow, just all in my video. Just all in my, just all in it.
How I learned Spanish.
It's all in my video. How?
Many people are not ready to receive enlightenment.
Oh, now listen to this.
And that's the absolute. Many people speak of enlightenment. Does not mean they have accomplished enlightenment. Enlightenment is for the seeker. Because the enlightenment is always seeking. So just because a person taught consciousness does not mean they're enlightened. Enlightenment is never fearful of bringing forth. I'm cooking these little children something. So just because somebody seeks enlightenment, talks enlightenment, or speaks enlightenment, does not mean they're aware of that enlightenment. Understand about being the emotional and intelligent being is the intelligent is guiding. That's the consciousness. The subjective darkness. So you have here subjective and objective reasoning, where logical, critical thought guides the darkness, gives way, gives light, gives way to the darkness, meaning it guides, meaning it directs. And that's where we get confused about a man or telling a woman what to do. Because most dogma has put their ego or their opinion in it. So the consciousness is to direct the subconscious, meaning give light to it. But again, as humans, we could not understand the spiritual world and the physical world. So our ego, and because we have no control over our ego, or it's not balanced, or we live, most people on the planet live in the ego. They need to appease the ego. It's just to bring illumination to the emotional realm, to the emotional body, which is the physical flesh, the material world, which is our body, which is our flesh, so that we may bring balance in our inner worlds. It doesn't mean a man tell a woman what to do. It doesn't mean a woman tell a man what to do. And the dog is a confirmation. And so, Think about that. Peace. Think about that. Where would you be without the light?
You want vegetables, meat, rice, cakes?
Oh shit, what I do?
Would you be without the light? And yet, what will darkness? Where would light be without the darkness?
Vegetables, meat, rice.
Think about it.
You want all three. I'm saying that. Stop looking at me.
I know many people think that when you say man's duty or role is to support and be behind, which is beside, or beside, which is behind the woman, WOMBMAN, is to protect, to uphold, to support. Oh, whatever, everywhere on my shoe. Is to protect, to uphold the woman. And many people, that was my nose right there, so that was a sign. Many people think that that means that the man is less than. But that is the difference in our roles and duties. And people like to misconstrue them to benefit their own agenda. That agenda, that personal agenda that we have, has nothing to do with the actuality. A lot of people falsify, a lot of people lie. And again, it's the ego, to serve the ego, to make excuse for what they want to do, not the actuality of the whole picture. So when you look at things like that, and if you are a goddess or a god, you truly understand what being beside, being behind the woman really means, is the protector to the protector, which is the protect her. PROTECTHER. Protector comes from to protect her. So if you are a true elevated being, you know that. You don't have to be told that. You automatically know. The only people that get offended is because they serve another agenda. They serve another agenda. That was a bird. They serve something else. What they want to do, how they want to behave, to give an excuse to how they are behaving, because there's no morality in their behavior. There's no honesty or truth in their behavior. So that's the channel message. When I say behind, I say beside. And when I say beside, I say behind, as in protect her on all fronts.
Okay. Now, you got to look at that from the spiritual standpoint, the consciousness, meaning all is mind, the consciousness. So the consciousness gives light to the body. So men being the consciousness is to give enlightenment or upliftment to the body, mother, reverence mother, so that the mother may see herself illuminated, the darkness, the illumination, the darkness. So, and if men want to be elevated with her, they need to ask of her, not demand of her. And that was on one of the little clips you just seen. So that's why a lot of men are not conquering anything today, is because they're demanding when they should be asking, not demanding. The command word is acts, right? And that's even biblical. But because of their pride and their ego, they won't ask because of what other, like I said, agenda they are serving or entity they're serving won't allow them to ask because they misconstrue that with being weak or not man enough. I have to demand to be a man because in demand is man, but in man is ma, right? So they have to try to dominate her, dominate ma, to be able to dominate the world. Not so. To dominate the world is to ask. Ask her, and she'll give you the world. Demand from her, and she won't give you anything at all. You won't get nowhere. And you'll face defeat as man because of that. Because you're not asking properly. You're not asking intentionally. And you're not asking in the right mindset. Right? Most are doing it by ego. And then they can't understand why they're failing in life. Because she is life. And she gave life. And she gives life. Which is her darkness. That's life. Just to hear in this world of make-believe, y'all don't see it as life. But the darkness is eternal. So that's life. Are you not from eternal love? The only and first emotion you've ever known is emotional intelligence, that of your mother. That's the first understanding y'all had of the mother. It's through her ability to love, her ability to forgive, her ability to have compassion. And that is until the world, egos stripped it away. Now we got a bunch of ego running around here with no compassion. We got a world with no compassion. We got a world with no morality because of egos. The logic is obey your emotional intelligence. Learn to direct the emotional intelligence, not demand from the emotional intelligence. Meaning man know how to direct the woman, not demand of your woman. You'll get a lot more done. You'll get a lot more conquered, and you'll accomplish it together. You won't have to be solo. You won't have to be by yourself. You won't have to be alone. You will have your help mate, as y'all love to call it. Your helpmate, not maid. The subconscious is a beautiful servant, yet horrible master. That's what they say. Why is she a horrible master, but yet a beautiful servant? Why is she a horrible master, yet a beautiful servant? Her job is to what? Configure, compute, multiply your asking. Her job is to multiply, compute his asking. Right? And in that she gets what? Everything she wants, everything she needs, everything that is. Her dreams, her desires. Even women have to obey their darkness. Even women have to obey their mother. But a lot of women ain't even ready to do that because they're too masculine. They want to be too manly. Everybody needs to switch sides of the bed. Whatever side you sleep on, you like sleeping on, sleep on the opposite side. Rebalance yourself. Because most likely, you like sleeping on the opposite side. Other than what you want to sleep on, right? When you meet the mother, you'll know. Because like I said, she's primary. She will become primary in your life. Your emotional intelligence will raise. That's why you see a lot of people talk about emotional intelligence, the emotional IQ, the EQ, EI, whatever the hell they call it. But even them don't even understand what it is. Because if they did, they would understand the female role and the man role, the male role, the male's role in spirituality, in metaphor, in allegories, in parables. You would understand that. You wouldn't try to take the man's spot. You wouldn't take the man's spot. You would be in your lane, he would be in his lane, and there would be togetherness. So again, the gender switch, the gender role. Do you have the full support of your man? Do you have the full support of your woman? Meaning y'all are married or courting to be married or whatever you want to call it. You know, your specific person. Do you actually have the full support from that person? If you don't have the full support of that person, there's an imbalance. If you have to look outside that person to get some support somewhere else, you don't have the support of your person in full, entirely. Which could lead to what? Infidelity. Which could lead to what? Going outside the relationship to get what you want or you need. Or you feel you think you want or you need. Because you're not getting it within that relationship. You're not getting it within that connection. Right? So that means there's something missing. Like the mother. So a lot of relationships have left the mother out, and that's why man goes to the woman goes to God, because woman actually going to her mother, right? So you never let a man take you off that contact of going to the mother, God, y'all like to call it, source, y'all like to call it, spirit, y'all like to call it. And man needs to go to God or have direction from God. Thank you for the balloons.
What balloons?
Kari said, what balloons? That boy funny. Oh my goodness, he be all in my business. So y'all you get that? So you have to have your connection, women, with the mother. And a lot of women hate the mother. A lot of women hate the mother. My third eye twitching. My third eye just twitched. A lot of people hate the mother. So if they hate the mother, they're going to hate their own mother. They're going to hate a mother. They're going to hate other women. And they're going to become bitter at other women that have that emotional intelligence and that logical, reasonable intelligence, i.e. infinity intelligence, logical intelligence, meaning both spheres. They come from both spheres. They have an understanding, a superstanding of both spheres, meaning they're level, they're balanced. The mother, when you're ready for her, she'll appear, but she ain't appearing to nobody unless you're ready for her. That's for sure. You have to awaken the mother inside yourself. That's the issue here with humanity. That's the solution here with humanity. Humanity has to awaken the mother inside themselves. And when they awaken the mother inside themselves, they'll put the mother in her rightful place, in her rightful seat as queen of earth, goddess of earth, right? On her throne. Now, what man can call themselves married and not want to put their woman in her rightful place on her throne as queen of the home, as queen of his realm, his worlds, his consciousness that she gave birth to? Ask yourself that, man. Ask yourself that, woman. Has your man placed you behind him, underneath him, beside him, in front of him? There's one thing that years ago I always understood. You can look at couples in a grocery store, and if you see the man in the front and the woman behind, that tells you something right there. Pay attention, because that man placed that woman behind him when he should be behind her or on the side of her. How can he watch her and she's back there and he has no subconsciousness to see? So somebody to snatch her back there and he's supposed to protect her. With men, can you protect your woman if she's on the side of you or in front of you? Can you protect your woman if she's behind you? Pay attention next time y'all go to stores and see where the man and the woman at. That tell you a lot about the relationship. Are they holding hands, walking side by side in the door? Is one in front of the other? Distant from each other? One lagging in the back, one lagging too far up in the front? That tells you something about that relationship. Which, granted, they both deserve the throne. So look at your relationships with your hey, greetings, Alabama. Stephanie Cole. That tells you a lot. Just like the Bible, you will have this baby, but in silence you will stand by the man in silence. But it's not the silence as in don't talk. See, most people confuse that. Like I said, the egos confuse it as a woman don't talk. That's not it. That's not what that's saying. Everybody want to take it like literally, meaning the woman don't talk. Your guidance come from the woman. When the woman has got enough guidance from the Most High, the woman speaks. That's why you see female preachers now, because they've been silent. Not silent to the man, silent within themselves. They have silenced silenced themselves within enough to hear from the connection from source, that they have gained a connection from source. But most men egotistically think that means, woman, shut up when I'm speaking. No, it doesn't mean shut up when you're speaking. But that's egotistical, trying to place a demand, right, on the subconscious, on the mother, oppression on the mother, right? Not an impression, or oppression, a depression, a dethronement, actually. So it doesn't mean that she needs to shut up. It doesn't mean that. It means he needs to listen. They both need to listen. But, we can talk about dating and coaching and all that stuff, but like I said, a lot of people don't have that clear interpretation and understanding, because if they did, they would be talking similar to what I'm saying. It's still in a physical world. It's still in the ego world, and they still want the ego world to live. They still want the ego platform. That's why you don't see people like me get very much liked. You don't see people like me, because the truth don't have any friends, right? Because it go against what people wanting to live like. That's why I said a lot of people ain't ready for the truth, because you have to make change for the truth. You got to give weight for the truth to become enlightened. And a lot of people aren't enlightened because they're still serving their ego. Truth is never about no numbers. Truth is about singularity. It's about being real, authentic. And authenticity, y'all know that word, doesn't have many friends in a physical world yet. In a spiritual world, you have trillions of light beings that are your friends, that are your guides, that are your ancestors, da 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 da. So until we become face to face with truth, you're not going to see the mother. She's going to stay dormant and asleep within you. And you're not going to have the balance of both spirituality and physicality. Heaven upon earth, heaven in earth, as it was designed. Yet, I hate to go here, Spirit, but I guess you're going to take me here. Yet the only thing y'all seem to, like when you're having relations, and y'all know what I mean by relations, fried eggs. I'm going to be clean. When y'all having fried eggs and you having relations, the first thing you want to go is, oh, God. Why is you calling on God in that intimate moment? In that intimate moment, you call on God. But you won't call on God no other time. My God, oh God, this feels good. Oh my God. Who's your mama? Who's your daddy? Is that not a question? Both asking, who's your mama? Who's your daddy? Oh God. No fried eggs. No fried eggs. Nobody don't need no fried eggs. People need to get close to Goddess. They need to get close. They need to get close to darkness. To know the mother, you got to be willing to walk alone. You got to be willing to walk in perfect black darkness to get to know her. Right? The subconscious, the supercomputer, the super motherboard. You gotta get to her space. You gotta get to her space, not just his space. You gotta get to her space. Get through her space, right? Go through the black hole. Go through the black hole. Like when we being born of our mothers, we come through the black hole, right? Subconsciousness give birth to consciousness. And consciousness in turn uplifts the subconsciousness, the light. Because that was the portal, entry point of them coming into what? Consciousness. But except you men and you women forget about your mother, which is your emotional intelligence that sits in the body. This is the body. This is the head. So it sits down here. So your first beginning is emotional intelligence. Well, it's nothingness, absolute. Then emotional intelligence, then consciousness. But consciousness come out first. because the head comes out first. So if a man's head and a woman's head is not in alignment with their mother, how can you lead anybody? You're not even consciousness of your own unconsciousness. So how can you lead anybody? How can y'all ask somebody to lead y'all that is unconscious of their own unconsciousness and have no respect for their subconscious? Because if a man or a woman have respect for their subconscious, they would treat each other what? As they treat themselves, because they know themselves to be conscious, subconscious, logical, rational, emotional, infinity, balance. Gotta be aware that you are aware in all forms, all realities, all densities, right? All timelines. Because we exist on all timelines. And when I hear these, Joe Dispenza and Dolores Cannon and all the rest of them that speak on that, and Abraham, and they'll say that there's no parallel universe, we exist on all levels. That's because you went through the mother womb. So that's what they're saying, you exist on all levels, is because any level of the birthing process, you do exist on all those levels. You know that, right? That's the bottom. That's the second, third, and 9, right? All the way to 9, right? 240 degrees is the 9. 24. So there's 12 out and there's 12 in. So there's 12 levels out, there's 12 levels in, right? Because for you to exist on that 9, 24, that's 12 and 12. So that's 24 hours, right? Making the day rotation. We call one day, right? They swap though, AM and PM. So you got to reverse AM and PM. So what is actually 6 AM like this is not 6 AM, it's 6 PM. But we call it 6 PM. So the worlds are turned inside out or flipped. So you have to, like a mirror, you have to flip, right? You have to give way to the other side to see. Whoever is the seer has to give way for the other side to see what it looks like, what is on the other side. Kind of like the parable, how can a man die and come back? That's just really symbolically of you seeing the other side. Dying and come back. Because you ain't have no recollection of you dying until you die. But now who you gonna come back and tell? Who you gonna come back and tell? You just went to the other side of yourself. The other side that you don't know, the unknown, the seen, the known, and the unknown. But when they say we exist on all parallels, what time is not linear, they like to say, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's a parallel universe. Just means we experience all levels at once. Well, how could you actually think about it? How can you actually experience all levels at once? In everything that I just said, how can you experience all levels at once? Through your mother. It was through your mother that gave birth to you that you experienced all levels at once. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, 6 month, 7 month, 8 month, 9 months. All 9 etheric realms of nothingness, just energy. Just energy. Lessons in energy. her moods, her swings, her vibrations, her frequency, her sadness, her guilt, all the feelings that I said. You were emotional first because you felt it of your mothers. You felt it in her body because the babe is in the body, right? Your mother supported you. And in turn, you support your mother. Your mother supports you because she lifts you up in her belly, like Gaia, for those that need to see and have a visual. Is she not supporting you? If you're a little baby in here, is she not supporting you? Holding you up? And you upholding her up? You're upholding each other up symbolically, right? The physical, the conscious, the subconscious, the conscious in the belly. The physical, material, the subconscious in the belly. Subconscious is the woman. Material. Why y'all like resourcefulness and y'all like material? She gave birth to what? Consciousness. But yet consciousness, when consciousness is born, doesn't do what it's supposed to do anymore. They're ungrateful. They're disrespectful, right? They trample, they demand, they abuse, they beat. Something that supported them through life, through those levels, until they were developed to go on their own. You see where this is going? So it's the mother that gave birth to the ego. And the egos took that as to do what they will with, right? And forsake their beginning. Forsake their beginning and where they came from. And whose they came from. There shall be no other God before her. There will be no other God after her. And only other females will be second to what? God. The true goddess. The true goddess. The true goddess. You have the sun, you have darkness. You have the sun. And you have earth. And the sun illuminates and warms the earth. But yet, this sun comes from the darkness behind it. So the hidden power behind the sun, and the sun gives what? Light, warmth, healing to the earth. So men come to heal the earth. And in turn, she raises the sun, right? And the son remembers the mother, which is his first natural life giver, darkness. But the son disobeys the darkness, and the son puts his place in front of the mother. Y'all get it now? Y'all get that? So men are to uplift this light, the natural source, where he gets his own power from. to be able to fuel the world with the sun, but not forget where he was born from and what's behind his power. What's behind the sun power is the darkness. You would never forget that. But a lot of men do, and a lot of women do. Because you pride yourself in your egos. But you call that conscious. You call that awareness. Because really what people think that this is nothing, but this is actually power. This is power. Darkness is the first light. And the first sign of a human soul is emotional intelligence. Because you get it from your mother. And your mother would have to place that emotional intelligence inside you. That can only come from a mother. That can only come from a mother. To have compassion. So that's why we see a lot of people around here with no compassion. Because they don't have a soul. And their mothers didn't care for them, not even in their womb. The mothers neglected them. Even though they may have felt a lot of things go on. The rumbling, the earthquake, the despair, the rejection of herself, all that good stuff. But the soul imparted on us comes from the mother. That's why everybody ain't got a soul. Because it comes from the mother. And the mother, and all those trillion of cells in the earth, those trillion of seeds in the earth, what has a soul? We say that which has a what? Seed. Plants that have a seed. Eat the seeds. Get the seeds, right? And what has ego done? Removed the what? The seeds. Removed the what? The female trees and planted more what? Masculine trees. So it tells you who have seeds and who don't have seeds. It tells you who's abundant and resourceful because she planted her seeds inside. Right? Those that are what? We call them chosen. If you want to call them that, you can. You can call them light beings. You can call them angels. You can call them whatever you want to call them. Children, the 12 tribes. You can call them whatever you want to call them. You can call them zodiacs. You can call them your disciple. You can call them whatever you want to. I thought that was a bruise. I was gonna say, where'd that come from? You can call them whatever you want to call them. See, it's all allegory. All we did was rewrite creation stories over and over and over again and plant different names on them. Every so many 3,000, 36,000 years, when we come full circle, we rename the story. We rename the story. We rename the story. We rename the story. And every tribe has a story. Every tribe has a story. We rename the story. Every 2,025,000 years, we got to rename the story. Now that's what they're in this mix of doing and trying to figure out, so they can rename the story for y'all and create something else. That's all they're doing. It's copying.
How can I do a backflip?
Because you can never know the truth.
Look,
You're never supposed to know the truth. So they got to keep copying and keep copying and keep recreating and keep recreating until they come. So you don't never get to this moment right here. A moment of truth. A moment in truth. A moment of truth. And what is a moment of truth? Well, in moment you have mom right at the very front. M-O-M-E-N. Mom meant tent. Mom meant tea. Mom meant tea. Moment is mom, men, and a T at the end. Mom meant. Mom meant. Remember, mama always say, I meant what I said. I said what I said. Go sit down. And I meant what I said. Moment. That's why truth is of the moment. From moment to moment to moment, awareness. Knowing where you are every moment. Every movement, every mood swing, every energetic switch or adjustment that you make, knowing where you are is moment to moment. That's truth. That's singular. That's now. And if you're not living in the now of the moment of your energy, you're not aware. You may be conscious. You may be woke, but you're not aware. You're not living in authentic awareness at that point. Because you're not living in the truth of what is around you, what you're feeling, what you're doing. How much awareness do you have? How much awareness can you consume? How much awareness of yourself can you face? That's why a lot of people deface themselves. You hear what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people deface themselves. Spite the, all right, throw the baby out with the, okay. That's why a lot of people do that, defacement. Put another face on. Put another face on. Defacing themselves, hiding from the truth of themselves. When people don't want to face themselves and face the truth, they deface themselves. They destroy themselves, right? Self-destruction. They kill their main character and become another character. Y'all see the symbolism here that I'm making? You see the symbolism that I'm making? You have to learn moment to moment observation. It's primitive. Moment to moment. It's primitive. You have to know where you are in your edifice, your body, your orifices. You got to know where you at. You see what I'm saying? You can't call yourself realism, truism, when you don't want to face the truth in yourself. See? And certainly when you don't want to correct it. The spiritual world is a huge world. That's why it's so vast and void from us on the physical plane. And that's why it takes one reaching it so many miles from in the spiritual to come to earth in the physical. That's why that gap, that void, that gulf is there. Because to interpret that spiritual world, you got to be a spiritual being. You got to really be a spiritual being to interpret that world and bring that information down here to earth. Because it is truly above us. It is truly like above our, when I say above us, physical, above us, a mind of his own, all is mind, all is mental. Mental is man, mind is man. But don't forget the comparison I made, man. You were to guide and to direct her, illuminate her actually, because that's what the sun does, illuminate, not hide her, not place yourself in front of her to belittle her, because you still forget where you get your glow from. You get your glow from this, the first darkness, the first day. You didn't create yourself, man. You was created from this. You didn't create yourself. The mother did. And in turn, the mother let you experience life on earth and put you in a bodysuit. So you can experience yourself, but in turn worship herself at the same time. And uphold herself within yourself. But y'all don't hear me though. Y'all conscious, right? No, you're not. And you're nowhere near it. Because with all these women, and I'm talking to women too, I'm not just talking to men. Because with all these women and with all these men bashing each other, tearing each other apart, mother was never about tearing each other apart. The mother was never about tearing each other apart. So you can almost see for yourself who has the mother and who does not have the mother. Because they are tearing each other apart, right? They are separating, right? They are dividing, right? So if you're dividing a cell, that's that wheat and tare song in the Bible, the separating of the wheat and the tare. So if you're dividing, that's the what? Separation from what? Mom's original chosen ones, the mother original chosen sons and daughters from what? Those that are not her sons and daughters, that are not her original seeds. They are implants, drones, clones, vampires, whatever you want to call them. They're not of the mother because the mother was not into separating her sons and her daughters in the way that is going on now to really serve their agenda and what they want to do in this earth. And guess what mother's doing? She's allowing them. Go on over there. Go on over there. Go on over there. She allowing them. You want to go on over there? Go on over there. Do as you want. Do as you wish. And that's what y'all see out here. Y'all, you just got to see past the illusion to see it, but that's what you see out here, whether you agree with it or not. And you would say, well, what's wrong with the women being separated and the men being over here? Think about it. What is wrong with it? Y'all know what's wrong with it. Y'all know exactly what's wrong with it. Don't act like you don't know. Don't act like you don't know. I just described this, the darkness, the moon needs the sun, and the sun, the light, needs the moon. So you ask me why y'all separated. You ask me why y'all separating each other. Huh? They both have a time to shine, right? The sun shines in what? Daylight. The moon shines in what? The nighttime. Right? What's upholding them both? What's upholding them both? If the sun is over here shining, the moon is over here shining, your twin flame, your other half, what's upholding them both? The Creator, right? So are they not still her son and her daughter? Are they not still part of the mother? Like I said on the Matrix, the mother was Neo in Trinity. Split the sun, the moon, the mother. She was only seeing herself in a feminine and a masculine body to experience what? Her counterpart, her complementary half, her other half, right? Right? Left brain, pineal, or pituitary. However we want to dissect it, right? That's what she was doing, experiencing herself. It was no control. The sons and the daughters can't control the darkness. That's like controlling the Creator, the motherboard. You're supposed to plug into the motherboard, get in alignment with the motherboard, but not control the motherboard. She the one gives us everything we deserve and desire. She the one does the compilation, the configuring. Finding the what? The best route for each of us to take on our journey. The route that it was designed for us to take around all this other foolishness that we got going on. Men lack power and they know it. And the really thing that bothers men is they don't know where this is. And they don't know how to get to it. And that's what bothers men the most. And even women too. Because they lack understanding of who they actually are. And so, like I said, in human form, it's hard to wrap the little pea brain of a human brain around something so infinite and so powerful and so genius, so intelligent as infinity, immortal. But once you all come into alignment with the mother, you'll know and you'll love yourself and you'll love the mother for it. Because you'll definitely see it as a gift. You'll see it as your intuitions, your clairs, or your spiritual gifts and the many faceted things that you can accomplish in a human body because of that. Not because of yourself, because of this right here. The God particle, the God essence, the very fabric of the goddess, right? The very cloaking of the goddess, right? The very unveiling of the goddess so we can see her shine and see her essence and experience her power. That'd be something for y'all to meditate on and think about. Do you really know the mother? Do you really honor the mother? Do you really love the mother within yourself? Or are you dethroning the mother within yourself? She gave the world to her son, her only begotten son. And the son did not obey the mother and lift the planet up. That was a good parable right there. See, that's how Jesus spoke. And I'm not talking about a white man. I'm not even talking about a black man. I'm talking about awareness. Moment to moment awareness is Jesus. Enlightenment. When you have that enlightenment at any moment, that spiritual awakening at any moment, that moment of truth that hits you like a thunderbolt. The channel message, the download, the upload. Now, what you do with the download, the upload, and the enlightenment is your choice. And a lot of people do nothing because y'all brush it off as nothing. It is. It's nothingness coming to you to experience what nothingness is. Except many people don't know what to do with it, or they scared to do something with it, or they like merely think it's nothing at all. It's everything. Nothingness is everything. Nothingness is everything. Wow, fathers that don't respect their mothers can't uplift their daughter. There you go, EM. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I gotta read that again. Wow, fathers that don't respect their mothers can't uplift their daughters or their wives or their nieces or any feminine energy. Thank you for the fireworks. Or any feminine energy for that matter. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter what color woman they go choose to date. They will not uplift them. Exactly. Exactly. And the same for women. Women that hate their fathers can't support the men in their lives. Don't love the men in their lives. Have no compassion for them either. So it's both. It's both. That's what y'all got to stop separating. Both are to blame. Both are to blame because we both do it on both sides. So we both is to blame. And it all comes from what? Not having the love that we wanted or needed or thought we should have had growing up, or even from in the belly. Because it started here first in nothingness, didn't it? It started here in nothingness. When we were yea, nothingness, but a little seed that you call a mustard seed, right there. So it started in nothingness. In the only God space you know, in the only God space that you've ever known, that of the womb, the mother womb, the darkness, that's God is God, right? That's what we're talking about. So a lot of men can be literal with other stuff, but they can't be spiritual, but they want to be literal, like I'm saying, politically correct with a lot of stuff. But when you get a woman like me and break that shit down like this in spiritual term, then you look how you looking. You looking stupid, sis. You looking stupid, bruh. Because how in the hell can you just be literal when you came from a spiritual sphere? You cannot just be physical. You have to be spiritual too, because you came from a spiritual sphere. So that's the difference in your carnal-minded people and your spiritual people. Is they don't think that spiritual world exists, or that they should obey it or follow it or listen to it or whatever the heck going through their head. But yet you came out of one. Yet it was one strong enough to give birth to your life. But in turn you disrespect. In turn you degrade. In turn you try to make her the lesser. The lesser. When she's the more when she's the more of you. She's the more of you. She's not the lesser. The physical is the lesser. She's the more of you because you came out of it first. And that's for sisters and brothers. That's for women and men. So how can you not respect the spiritual plane? In my nose. How can you not respect the physical plane? The spiritual plane is what created each and every one of us. That's why that is your home. The spiritual plane is your home. That's why if you're truly, truly spiritual, you feel at home being what? Spiritual. You feel at home being spiritual, right? You feel at home being spiritual. Ain't no place you won't feel at home when you're in your spiritual nature, when you're in yourself. That's why at home has to be what? Spiritual. That's why my home is spiritual. Because it represents who I know I am and where I know I come from. So it's created energetically spiritual. It's created energetically spiritual. Because that's the first home that we've ever known. That's the first mother planet we've ever known. God is on every plane. God is on every level. Devil is on every plane. The devil is on every level. Right? Inside herself was a seed she loved. Right? A baby. Inside herself was a seed she ever loved, was a baby. But not all women love themselves pregnant. Some women love being pregnant. They love the changes until they get ladder, and then they don't like the changes. So that would be the devil, right? So that would be our love for ourselves existing at the same time, right? Within ourselves, there's no hate, because that's a baby being born that doesn't know hate. That's a seed that doesn't know hate until it comes out. It's taught hate. Now, a mother loves herself. She loves the way her body changes. She looks, she glows, she, all that. So all that she experienced and embodiment is love. Because in the body is what? The little seed she loves. So again, men never have babies, so they never can interpret that of the spirit. That's why the women are closer to God than the man, because the woman has a baby. the woman body changes to morph, to metamorph. And we broke that down, didn't we? The other day when Empress Riri asked, Kim, can you break down metamorphosis? Can you decode metamorphosis? What I do, go to the board and what? Decoded it, right? So again, that's why men hate women, because they can't experience this. And that's not all, but that's some. Because this is the one thing that sets us apart. That sets us apart. That makes the thing be unequal, like we're not on equal terms. Is the way that we can give birth as a female, but they cannot. So you see the difference, but we didn't, God, the creator, didn't make that for that reason. It's for us to be separated, because man has their own strengths. And women, this just happens to be one of ours. To give life, to bring forth life. But we wasn't supposed to be comparing each other or competing against each other, because men have other strengths that we don't have. And we have some that they don't have. And that makes us equal. But except y'all see that as a threat. Y'all see that as, I'm better than you. I'm more powerful than you. I can do this. You can't do this. That's comparison. That's ego. That's ego talking. We stronger than you. We can overpower you. Yeah, you may be strong physically, but she's stronger spiritually. And until the spiritual world and the physical world, again, come together, you will not be a whole human being. You will not be a whole human being until you learn togetherness, until you learn what solidarity is, until y'all learn what unity is. That's a big difference. Like I told you, I'm not finna lift no fucking tree, motherfucker. I ain't finna poke wood shit. This nigga finna do it. I'm not finna do it. What the hell I look like? You know, out here pulling a goddamn log, driving an 18-wheeler. I don't want to fucking drive an 18-wheeler. You crazy? I'm feminine. I'm supposed to be soft and beautiful and cushiony so he can lay on this cushion. You know, I ain't supposed to be hard boned like his ass. That's for him to do. See, that was her ego that split. She's that strong in the spirit, so that's her counterpart. You pick somebody according to your ego as a woman, because that is her physical strength coming out, so we can experience it with the men. And then the men, seeing the softness of themselves, the emotional intelligence comes in the women that they pick. So if you look at the analogy of the thing, a woman will always pick what is her ego. I don't want a short man because my ego too big. I need a strong man intellectually because of my ego. My ego is that, right? My ego. So I'm gonna pick a man that aligns with my inner ego, right? A woman that is egotistical on the outside gonna pick maybe what y'all call a simp or a beta, if you want to call it those, just so y'all know what I'm talking about. Or a woman that's alpha gonna pick a beta, or a woman that's alpha gonna want another alpha, her ego. She's gonna want her ego beside her. Not somebody she can dictate and control and dominate. She already knows she does that. She does that by the mere essence she can do this. She already knows she can dominate the world. She dominated it here. That's not the point. We're so unequally yoked because they swapped a lot of stuff on people, or because y'all taking stuff literal. Sometimes you got to step out and see spiritual to make the connection, because remember, it's a spiritual world and it's a physical plane. But the physical plane came from inside her spiritual sphere. No man is above that of the sphere of a woman. Because look at the sphere right there. Look at her different realms right there. You cannot be greater than your mother, son. You cannot be greater than your mother. But she allows y'all the space to become great like her and do the things that she's done in this physical plane, which is have babies and give birth. But men take that and then they bash the woman and curse the woman for that, having that much power, sitting on that much power. controlling that much power. So that has to mean our creator is a feminine. It's a woman. Because that's what's controlling the 13. The 13. That's what's controlling the 13. You want to know where the mother is, you'll know when you find her. You'll know when you run into her. Because she's governing what? All her planets. She's governing all her planets, all her moons, all her zodiacs, da 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 da. In other words, she know herself what? Through and through. That's how you know when you come up with a mother. When you came and ran into a mother. That's a woman that knows herself. That's a woman that has become enlightened of herself. And not only that, wisdom is imparted on that woman. Guidance. That woman gives guidance. That woman gives nurture. That woman feeds. Right? And others feed off that woman. Right? So, but mothers also can grow to feel hatred towards child because of man. Yes, because that's the way we all were. How can you say it? That's why I say it goes both ways. I'm speaking spiritual. When I'm speaking, I will make relation to man and woman. But then when I'm speaking spiritual. So I'm not really honing on how we split when we came down here, female and male. So yes, it goes both ways all the time with me. You gotta be able to flip it. Even when I'm saying it, I'm still saying it, but y'all may not grasp that I'm saying it like that. So sometimes I'll point it out, sometimes I won't, but I'll go from spiritual to physical real quick and back and forth. So you see what I'm saying? I'll be in spiritual, but then I might drop down in physical and split it. But then I might put it back together and go up to spiritual because I'm spiritual. So it's as an individual, yes, greetings, y'all. Where you at? Where was I? Yes. So mothers feel hatred, disdainment for their daughters too. It's kind of like this, if I want to explain it in a physical sense for a moment. A woman can have a daughter and hate the daughter because a father loves the daughter and not her. The same with the mother can have a son and the father can hate the mother because the mother has a son and that's her first love. So a mother's first love is her son, which is the seed, right, that she bears. So whatever she has first, right, that love, it puts the man on the back burner and the woman now loves the baby. The baby gets all the love. An infant gets all the love, no matter most of the time if it's a girl or a boy. But if it's a man in the house and they're unstable and unbalanced, they will be jealous. They will be jealous. If y'all get what I'm saying, it depends on the person that you married and how grown and mature the people are, the man and the woman are. Both parents can be equally joyful, but some can't. And it's just what you said. Like some women can feel that way, but not necessarily because it's man. It's because she don't know herself as the first man. It's not just because it's man. So don't go physical there with it. It's because she don't know herself as the first man, womb man, as the first king, as the first queen of heaven, as the first dominion over the world. She conquered the world, right? So you see how it go back, the spirituality and the physical, and how the Bible fucked a lot of shit up because people took it literally and never looked at it spiritual. So you got all these egos around here thinking that it means beat your wife. Bibles and Qurans mean beat your wife. You gonna beat your mother? Will you lay hands on your mother that gave birth to you? So how in the fuck would you beat your mother? And if you did, and if you do, that must mean what about you, woman or man? What must that mean about you? You have no respect for your mother or your father, then it is better for you to leave their house than for you to put your hands on your mother or your father, because you can curse yourself doing it. And you got all these badass bitches out here cussing their mamas out on Facebook and YouTube and viral in this and viral in that, and we laughing and saying hee hee ha ha. You rather leave your mother house, get your shit, your 55 children, and get the hell out that damn house before you do that, because you finna wreck some karma on your ass you ain't gonna be able to stand. Because it's still a symbolic of the divine mother, right? We gotta have a mother and a father. Just everybody ain't mothering and fathering. But we still have one nonetheless in the physical. But they haven't matured, so how can some child that has never matured mother and father what they gave birth to? That's why we got homelessness, vacant parenting in the house, or whatever the hell you want to call it, like an absent mother or father in the house, because they never matured. But it don't mean they can't go out there and produce a life or make a life or create a life. They just don't have no mothering and fathering skills, right? They just donors and surrogates. That's all they are. Donors, sperm donors, and surrogates. Surrogate wombs and sperm donors. That's it. That doesn't mean they know how to mother and they know how to father. Some of them just had your ass. And that's why those are the children that be misbehaving a lot of times. And it also comes from your mother not healing too. So you can't, everything is going to still trickle back down to matrilineal. I don't care about the patriarch and the patriarch shit that's up here running and fucking up shit. But if you ever boil down to it, you cannot blame man, mama, because mama, guess what? It's matrilineal. Corinne, remember I taught that. It's matrilineal. It's always going to go back to the mother. It's always going to go back to the mother. It's always going back to your mother, to your grandmother, to your great grandmother, to your great 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 great. That's why you cannot measure. That's why you cannot measure. Nothing surpasses her. You cannot measure. So you cannot blame man, but you can blame the woman that raised that man. You cannot blame her, the girl, but you can blame that woman that raised that girl. Right? Or did not raise that girl, or did not raise that man. So y'all really can't point the finger at these men. And that ain't no fucking bitch shit right there. Because that man had a mother that was sorry like some of y'all asses. And that sister had a mother that was sorry like some of y'all asses. And that sister and the man and that woman had good mother and fathers like some of y'all asses. So mother and fathers like some of y'all asses. So you can't just, but it all still goes back matrilineal, because you were matrilineal here. Right? There was a matrilineal and there was a paternal. Right? There was matrilineal and there was paternal. There was matrilineal, there was paternal. So that's why y'all gotta stop pointing fingers. That's why you gotta stop pointing fingers and just find the solution and stop pointing fingers. What's the fucking solution? Everybody wanna point out the fucking problem, but ain't nobody pointing out the fucking solution. And that's why the world is going in a descending as it's going in. The descent as it's going in is because nobody wanna give people and point out the solution, but everybody wanna magnify the goddamn issues, the problems, when they know what the problem is. We already know the problem. We've been seeing it all this time. Our whole lives we've been seeing the problem popping us in the face. When do you talk about the solution? When do you talk about the solution? When do you magnify the solution? Right? When do you magnify the solution? Why are we always magnifying the issues and the problems? Y'all already know what the issue and the problem is. You are disconnected. That's the issue and the problem. You're disconnected. Now, how do you get back reconnected? Listen to guidance. Listen to wisdom. Listen to guidance and listen to wisdom. It's how you restore your connection. Listen to your emotional intelligence. Listen to your logic. Don't let one supersede the other one. Don't just be all logic and don't just be all emotional, but use them for the benefit of both. for both, all right? You need that, you need this. You can get with this or you can get with that. Isn't that what KRS said or whoever that was? You can get with this or you can get with that. Or you can balance both. You see what I'm saying? Women can't, they shouldn't be all emotional. And that's what men come to direct. See, the objective has to direct the subject, which is the subconscious. And the objection is the consciousness, which is the man. So he gives direction to the woman when he's learned to be structured, disciplined, and have some type of organization in his life. But women don't want to hear that, right? And they get offended. And yes, because of somehow the way some of the men talk. But if you have worked on yourself and become whole, you will know which man you need to listen to their direction and which man you don't. You will know which woman you need to listen to direction versus a degenerate woman. So you're not going to listen to every woman, and no, you're not going to listen to every man. But what you're really going to listen to is the wisdom, though. Because the wisdom is your guidance. The wisdom is your guiding light to guide you in the right direction, to point you in the right direction. Right? And that's the guidance of the ancestors. That's the wisdom of the ancestors. It doesn't matter the color of the face. It doesn't matter the body. It's the message that y'all not listening to. Or like a lot of people are not listening to the message. I don't care when I hear a message. I could not like a motherfucker. I could look at them and be like, ugh. But if they saying something that I need to hear, I listen to the message and I take away what they look like. And that's something you got to learn to do so you don't miss the message that's coming, not the messenger, because it ain't everybody's a messenger and everybody got a message. But that message is a particular message only for you at any given moment of truth that you're able to open to hear. And it can be from the cat, it can be from the dog, it could be from a monkey, it could be from a horse that know how to talk, like talking Ed the talking horse or something. It could be from a red-headed sister. It could be from a red-headed little brother. All right? It can be from anybody is what I'm saying. Stop closing y'all ears up to guidance. When that guidance, that's how Mother magnifies to come down and give us instruction through people. She illuminates things in people so it guides us. It guides you too. To any issues that need a what? A solution. Except everybody's still on the issues and not on the solutions. But we're magnifying the what? Issues. Issues. The problems. But we forgot about the solving of the problem. What's solving the problem? What's solving the issues in our life? What's solving it? Right? I wrote that in the comment above. What? That's why the star seeds are born. Yep, to break generational curses, to go through and learn and pass these lessons and experiences. Yep, exactly. Yep, because they are the ones equipped to do it. They are the ones equipped to do it. They are the ones strong enough to do it. But yet, guess what? They look the weakest. They look the weakest. They look the most frailest. Or they look the most beautiful angelic beings. Because you know why? Because y'all wouldn't have listened if we didn't have the beauty that we had. If we didn't have the humbleness about ourselves. Or the fragility that y'all think that we have. You wouldn't have listened. So it's all by design. It's all by perfect design. You wouldn't even pay us no mind if some of us didn't look the way we look. If we wasn't as cute as we look, or handsome as we look, or just innocent as we look, or young as we look, you wouldn't have listened. So God, the Most High, I'm talking about the Most High, wouldn't have did this all by design. The mother did this all by design. Because like I said, people are attracted to beauty because a lot of people are material. So they're going to be attracted to beautiful women. They're going to be attracted to beautiful men. And they're going to be attracted most of all to that innocent child nature. And that's why chosen ones have that innocent child nature. That's why. Because we've been through the lessons. We've sat with the lessons. We know what we came here for. and we've passed it. We surpassed it. So we're given that wisdom, you're right, to break curses, but it's the little black sheep. It's the little forgotten about one. It's the little runt of the litter, right? That people call the runt of like dog litters and cat litters, right? But those be the ones that genetically strong. Genetically strong, but they may appear to be weak. They may appear to be fragile. Or you might see them as, oh, they think they the shit. Oh, she ain't got no problem. She can't catch a man because she beautiful. No, because I'm beautiful, ain't too many men gonna walk up to me and let me be intelligent like I am and emotional and balanced like I am. They sure ain't got the balls to walk up to me. Only a few good men do, okay? Only a few good men do. Because they know they can't pull that shit over me, right? And if I want to talk to them, I will. And if I don't, I'm not. I still have lessons to learn. The starseeds still have lessons they're learning too. Will we always be a starseed? Yes, we will always be a starseed. We will always be a starseed. You see what I'm saying? Because that's who we are. We're starseeds. And we're going to always be a starseed. And so if you look at that little analogy there, it teaches you stop underestimating and judging a person by what they look like. Because just because some starseeds may look innocent and weak, it does not mean they're innocent and weak. That's just what your eye is picking up on. That's what your eye is picking up on. Doesn't mean you're looking with the third eye. It doesn't mean the first eye is the third eye. It means you're just looking from a physical standpoint of a physical body in front of you, and it doesn't look strong. It looks weak. But is it really weak? And it has. Remember, the body's going to compensate. So if they weak physically, goddamn, they got to be strong up here. Because you see where I'm getting from now? That because a person is strong down here, they can be weak up here. That because a person is weak down here, they can be strong up here. But we judge by what? Physical appearance. Until somebody open their mouth and you hear how intelligent they sound, that's why y'all get offended. Lies get offended with the truth because I walk in truth. I live in truth. I know who I am. Every moment I know who I am. I'll cuss a motherfucker out and go back up to heaven and act like I ain't did a motherfucking thing and said a motherfucking thing. I know who the fuck I am, right? So, that's why you have to get to know people, and that's why you can't rush to get to know people. That's why you take your time to know people. And if you want to put it to relationships, don't jump into bed with people because you don't know who you jumping into bed with. You lay down with a dog, you'll get fleas. You lay down with the wrong woman, you might get a disease. All right? So again, stop dressing because people can make themselves look a certain way. That doesn't mean, but see, people know and they play on y'all weakness, which is the what? Limitation, which is what? The physical. So a lot of people to get what they want will play on the physical attributes. If I wanted to play on the physical attributes, I told y'all, if I made myself up, I would have a whole lot of women probably jealous and a whole lot of men too coming behind my ass, trying to chase my ass. I don't need the makeup. I don't need the wig. I got hair. I got face. I don't need it. I'm fine like I am. I'm like Mother Nature. I'm natural. So I'm going to just live in my natural element. This is Taurus, Venus, and I'm going to live like Taurus, Venus. I got all the resources I need inside me. And that's what I'm going to cultivate. That's what I'm going to water about myself. That's what I know about myself, right? So, and it's not, whether it's a fashion show, whether you do it to get a man or get the attention, who give a fuck? Because everybody do it for the attention anyway. Everybody do it for the contest. You know, ain't nobody trying to catch no real man and no real woman. Because the minute somebody come out intelligent and more intelligent than what y'all think y'all are, y'all fucking pissed off. And now you don't want the person. Now it's something wrong with the person because you can't get over the person because y'all had a secret agenda in the first place. Like one of my spiritual brothers was telling me, he was like, a lot of women, they thought they came at him. And I told y'all, you better leave them damn spiritual brothers alone. especially when you're not spiritual or intelligent enough. And when they came at them, and I chuckled, I thought it was kind of funny because I told y'all that before. But I guess some women got to go and try to test these spiritual brothers and think they can get over them to manipulate them. And they went to one of my spiritual brothers, and then when they found out how intelligent his ass was, they got mad at his ass. And I said, look at that. And that's what y'all do. Men do it and women do it. If you find somebody more intelligent than you mad. Why are you mad? Why? Why are you mad? You ran up on them. You ran up on them. You wanted to talk to them, but the minute y'all express, y'all know a little bit more than what they think they know, there goes there. See? And that's what y'all run from, intelligence. That's what y'all run from, emotional intelligence, intellectual intelligence, because what? All you want is the physical to serve the ego, which is the physical, which is the limitation, which is the physicality. So, yeah, I don't look like a lot of women. I don't want to. I don't want to. That's my choice. That's my choice. But you see, I ain't no dummy, I bet you that. And that's what they looking for, the dummy. That's what they looking for in women, the dummy. Because like I said, they want to control, not uplift. Like if you go back to the beginning, if you just came in, you will see where this conversation comes in at. That's why a lot of men look for women like that they can control and manipulate, but you can't control and manipulate a woman like me. Not even a woman can, not even a man can, because I'm too far up, too far gone like gone in intelligence and emotional. And I can get to their level, but they can't get to my level. I can come down to your level, but you can't get up to my level. Only a few can get up to my level, or even up there where, the masters are up there. But I'm saying, like, if we just having a conversation, I can come down to your level. But wouldn't that be like lowering myself? Wouldn't that be like shutting myself down? Wouldn't that be like lessening myself? Why would I do that? To make you feel happy, to make you feel important. How about you just come your ass up? How about that you just grow your ass up? How about you just mature your ass up so we can have an intelligent conversation? You see what I'm saying? That's the part. Everybody wants you to water your ass down. Everybody wants you to shut up and don't talk because you get it from your mamas telling y'all to shut up all the time. Grown folks is talking. When do they ever say mature people are talking? They say grown folks. Grown ain't mature. Mature ain't grown. Them two different damn things. So, but that's what y'all used to. So you always feel you got people that got a brighter light or have knowledge, supposed to water themselves down so y'all can feel comfortable, so y'all can love yourself. Well, you're supposed to love yourself anyway. We're supposed to lower ourselves so we can make men feel comfortable, make men be the head. If he's the head, he would lead you with logic and reason and knowledge and have words of wisdom himself and guidance and instruction for you to either agree or disagree, or y'all can talk about it and get on the same page. He should not want you to lower because he can't rise high in you being lowered. A man rises high in his woman being elevated. Do understand that. You might want to play that part back or write it down because it's going to help you. Woman doesn't need to lower herself. If he gets her to lower herself, he lowers himself. So he never conquers and divides. He never conquers anything. He never really truly rises up. He never does. It's only the illusion of him being above her because she lowers herself for him. But if you're intelligent and spiritual, you or your man, a woman or man, don't have to lower themselves for each other. Do y'all get what I'm saying? They're equal. They're equal in each other's eyes. They're side by side in each other's eyes. They're not in competition with each other if they're a spiritual couple. That's only worldly couples. That's only physical couples do that shit. Oh, you gotta lessen yourself. I gotta make more money. I gotta look better than you. I gotta do this better. I got you when I just, obey what I'm saying. Obey what I'm saying. What? Obey what I'm saying? Well, who you obeying? You supposed to be obeying this, and this is your mother, and she black. That's what you supposed to be obeying. So how you gonna let a man lead you like that does not recognize that this is their master? This darkness is what you have to master. That orb just went across. The darkness is what you got to master within yourself. Spiritual and physical is what I just explained. You see how I went up and came down real quick? See, that's you gotta keep up. But you see what I'm saying? He gotta obey this, but he has to master this too. Meaning control it, but not control it in demand, but control it with what? Asking. A man is supposed to ask a feminine what he wants. May I? James Rowe, I love that song. Can I have your permission? May I have your permission? Green light, give me the green light. If you just give me the green light. That was James Rowe's song. Because he understands, or whoever wrote that understands, you got to ask of the divine feminine. You can't demand her to do nothing because she gonna rebel. She gonna pull back and she gonna sit there and look at you like you stupid, like most women do. They look at these men like they stupid. You better do this. Bitch, who you talking to? You talk to your mama like that? See? Everything ain't everything, but yet everything is nothingness. It's everything. Everything ain't everything, but you see it's everything. You see it comes from nothingness, right? But it's nothingness turning into something. So if a man ain't finna talk like that to his mother, nigga, don't you come up in here talking to me like that. Exactly. Sister, if you're not gonna talk to your daddy like that, don't come up in here talking to that nigga like that, that man like that. Have what? Some respect, right? Why have we lost the respect on how to communicate? How to communicate with each other? Because you know why? You cannot respect something that has lowered or lessened itself. You cannot expect and communicate with something that is a coward to be themselves. Not be macho and all that shit like that. I'm talking about you cannot respect somebody that is not their true self. That's not what? Raising their divinity. You can't have respect for somebody like that. You might have sympathy and empathy, but you ain't gonna have no respect. First, you can't have respect for somebody that's not in control of who they are. That does not exert that type of control, that type of balance within who they are. Because your body senses it. Your body picks up on it. So it's going to signal to you and you're not going to respect it. That's why a manipulating woman can't respect a beta man. She going to run the fuck over that motherfucker. How can she respect a man that ain't even being mature enough to be a man and to do what a grown man's supposed to do? That's like a woman, got a boyfriend, plays video games. She go to work, he at home. She can't respect him. Because he has a role to play and he's not playing the role. And vice versa for a man cannot respect a mother that is not nurturing, cultivating, and giving him guidance and support and love. He can't, if she out shaking on a pole and shaking her ass in front of this damn internet, he can't respect her because that's beneath her. That's her validity. Y'all got that confused with freedom and liberation and women energy and all that stuff. That's not what that is. That's what y'all excuse is. That's what the excuse y'all want to give, that pole shit and shaking your titties and ass on the goddamn screen. That ain't what that is though. That's you acting. That's merely her acting out of character and that's him acting out of character. That has nothing to do with freedom and liberation and you freeing your energy, your feminine energy or your masculine energy. That has nothing to do with that. That's just an ego excuse. That's just an excuse ego. There's other ways you can eliminate, liberate your feminine and masculine energy. It's called heal yourself. Heal yourself from yourself. It's called save yourself from yourself. Destruction. And then we're going to wonder why 10 years down the road with all these women and men that's out here butt naked on this damn thing, they're going to wonder why they can't find nobody. And what they're going to have to settle for is the dirt on the ground. They're going to have to settle for the dirt on the ground. They're going to wonder why I can't get a man. They're going to wonder why I can't get a woman. Right? When they want to settle down and get one. If they ever settle down and get one. They gonna wonder why. They ain't got one. So, that's not the way you liberate sexual energy. That's not the way you liberate masculine energy or the feminine energy. Like I said, everybody got hoodwinked into thinking that, oh, that means I gotta get on here and shake my titties and have my ass cheeks, you know, bare out. That's not what that means. That's not what it means. That's still a form of suppression that's turned out. That's turned out in attention. That I need attention and I need you to look at me because I'm not getting any type of affection that I want and that I feel I need. So I'm going to give you the attention that you're going to then turn it over to me into people pleasing so I can get dopamine from it. So I can feel good about myself. So I can be looked upon because I'm not getting enough looks or I'm not getting noticed or ain't nobody calling me or ain't nobody trying to get to know me and ask me out for a date and did. But I bet you one thing, they got a million, look my nose itching. I bet you one thing, they got a million motherfuckers in their inbox. I bet you they got a million motherfuckers in their inbox. That's soothing, emotional soothing. It's soothing to know I'm seen. It's soothing to know somebody, and they may not want them, man or woman, they may not want them, but it's soothing to know that I can grab that type of superficial attention. Because that's basically what it is, an illusion of attention. An illusion of attention. A distraction of attention is what it is. A distraction of attention. Right? Yeah, we're what you call seductress. We're sirens. We're all things feminine. Yes, we are that. We are that. Yes, we are the enchantress. We're all of those. We're all of those by nature, by naturalness. We are those. We are those. But you can't lose sight that the type of world that we live in is harmful to you doing that. It puts you in harm's way. And that's what people are missing the point. We ain't in Africa where they grow up doing that in small villages and you can be out with your titties and shit. We ain't fucking like that. This is fucking America. They let motherfuckers do crime and get away with the shit. Okay? We not fucking in that shit. Okay? They probably ain't in it either, but they got protection from their men. Y'all motherfucking sisters ain't got fucking protection from your men because you ain't got a fucking man in the motherfucking house to be out there shaking your ass like that. And if you had a man at the house, I guarantee your motherfucking man will be, you better not put your ass on that motherfucking screen. Because he ain't gonna want another bitch, nigga, licking at your ass. So tell me why. What's the logic? There is none. There is none. And that's why women are being punished today. That's why they being punished today. Brothers ain't got to worry about it because the source gonna get y'all ass. That's what's gonna work. That's what's gonna go down. They ain't got to touch you. God, because remember, you're closer to God. God gonna get your ass, woman. God gonna get y'all ass and sit y'all ass down. You still have a source. You may be closer to the source than man until the man awakens his mother inside of him. You're not closer to the source with all men though. Y'all seem to take that as that means every woman is above a man. No, it's more men, more emotional balance than it is y'all women. That's more closer to source than some of y'all women. Yes, it is. I met a lot of them. All right. But the thing is, y'all doing that You think that you're without chastisement? What does nature tell you? What does Mother Nature tell you? When a flood comes, when a fire comes, when an earthquake comes, what does Mother Nature tell you? She'll take a son out and a daughter out, right? She will burn them both. She will what? Drown them both, right? And you hear, oh, that was a terrible tragedy. She was so Christian and outgoing and just a lovable person. So that means she'll take you out whether you good or bad, male or female. That's what nature tells us. So how you women think you're not going to have to answer to what y'all doing? And Mother Nature tells all. She tells everybody everything. If you just listen, watch, and observe every moment. From moment to moment. Truth. The truth within yourself and the truth surrounding yourself. So, that's all I'll say on that. I think I'm gonna get off here now. I think that's long enough. That's a lot to think about, ain't it? That's a long child message. That's a long intuitive message, huh? There's more. Of course, I'm not gonna go into it, but that's enough for those that are open and meant to get this message will get this message. And those that know will know. And those that don't, they gonna keep trying, to know. And that's fine, because I don't want to know. So, other than that, that's all I got to say about that. That was just in my spirit to just come on and say something. And I was like, damn, Spirit. Like, I did all these messages and you still want... I said, instead of keep posting these little messages, let me just get on and make a video. But y'all make sure y'all go follow them TikToks and go look on the community board. And I think I did one short. But I think I did put them on YouTube and the ones y'all just heard me playing. I think I got them on TikTok and I got them on YouTube channel, Kem Arts, KEMARTS. If you want to hear it or see it, go to the community board. If you want to hear it, go to the videos, and things of that nature. And then, like I did, play some of them at the beginning, read some and played some, because that was like too much. I was challenged, so I was like getting all those down, because y'all know I'm a writer. That's why. You got to be in tune and in alignment with spirit. And I don't expect everybody to understand, and they may disagree, but that's because they're not on that plane yet. They're not on that sphere yet. And that's one thing you got to realize. Everybody may not understand what you're saying. It's up later for interpretation. It ain't for nobody to really interpret. Only those that know, that are on the level, truly understand what I'm saying. Even if they don't say nothing, they get it. They know what I'm saying. Truth doesn't sound like truth. But yet, when truth hits, it hurts people. And it hurts people in a way they get mad, is what I'm saying. So that's when you know it's some truth, some validity to some shit. When you start getting really fucking mad, it's some truth in that motherfucker. All right? Because people, instead of being understanding, which shows they surpass that type of knowledge, they kind of get it already, the motherfuckers will be mad. Because you like saying something that they ain't said, or they didn't come up with it themselves. And it's not really me coming up with themselves. It's infinity. It's the mother. It's the mother speaking through me, is what I'm saying. And that's how you know motherfuckers get mad and they don't know the mother. Because that's the mother speaking through her daughter. That's what that is. That's how you will know the mother. You will know the mother when you're close to the mother. You will know the mother. You will obey the mother. You will honor the mother. You will uplift the mother when you're the mother. When you know you're the mother, you're connected to the mother. You're not going to be doing all this stuff. You're not going to be doing all this nonsense stuff. And you're going to truly understand and be able to see far greater than anybody, because guess what? She is far greater than anybody. She's nothingness, and that's what makes her everything, which makes her greater at the same time. All right? And that's why A lot of y'all reject intelligence. A lot of y'all reject emotional intelligence. A lot of y'all get mad at emotional intelligence and emotional intelligence. That's why, because you're not connected to the mother. That's why. That's exactly why. And she'll download what she want to download in those sons and daughters that are open to receive whatever the true message is. Not a made up message, not a scripted message, not something me thinking about looking at somebody and then I'm going to go talk about it. No, a straight fucking channel, a straight fucking oracle, a straight oracle. There's a big difference. And that's what's that's what's causing confusion to a lot of y'all out there that is coming, you know, into your spiritual self, you know, is you got a lot of foolishness you got to try to be able to, you know, dodge or just get around, and it's kind of hard, and sometimes it can be overwhelming because there's so much information, because we get overloaded and inundated with so much information out there, and then your body, your mind trying to decipher who's lying, who's true, what should I follow, what should I do, and it's causing like a burnout. A burnout on our ass that is just exhausting. It's exhausting even looking at some of this shit. Like, I had to cut it off the last couple of days because I was trying to do some studies, and all of a sudden I just got irritated. And I said, oh shit, I gotta cut this fucker off. This motherfucker is getting me fucking irritated. Spirit must be telling me just pull back a little bit. You know, don't fucking look at nothing else. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna look at nothing else. See, you gotta listen to your body, because I was getting fucking irritated. I'm trying to study. I'm trying to read up on some shit. You know, and then it's like, it's and that's that chaotic energy, right? That's the chaos they want to, you know, invoke in you frustration, so you don't go research, so you don't go study, so you don't dive deep in yourself. And so but that's okay. Step back for a minute, regroup for a minute, sleep longer in the morning for a minute. Like, I didn't get up till like after 8. I'm never like up after 8. You know, but I was like, you know what? I woke up a couple times. I was like, no, I'm laying back down. It's fucking cold out there, and I know it. I look out, there's some snow out there, and I knew it was going to happen because I felt that draft all night. And I was like, oh, we're going to wake up. It's going to be a little snow on the ground. It's melting now, though. But I knew that. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to soak this up a little bit. I'm just going to wake up when I wake up. And I did. I dozed off about 2 or 3 times, and then I finally got up. You know, but other than that, you got to pull back. Y'all got to pull back. Remember, reset that algorithm. Tap on something totally different. An audio book, another, do a Les Brown or somebody, and change your algorithm. And that's what I had to do. I had to change my algorithm because I saw they kept doing, they'll try to trap y'all. If you don't, like I said, truth is of the moment. It's awareness every moment. And you got to know when something's trying to suck you in the wrong direction. So you got to be able to know how to get out of it. Maneuver out of it. Change the algorithm. Change the algorithm. Just let something play for a little bit. Because it got speakers in these phones. So it's going to be able to, trackers and speakers. So it's going to be able to pick up on what you just looked at and what it's hearing you listening to, right? So then it's going to come up, and then you'll be able to just pick another one and maybe pick another one. And then you'll see the other headache go away. The other thing you don't want to see, it'll kind of get off of your feed. In other words, sometimes they will try to give you stuff to look at too. So they'll try to put something else in your feed that you don't really want. And it could be from them hearing you have a conversation on the phone, have a conversation in your house, me like being online. They're going to hear something, and then they're going to try to send me the video because they're listening to what I'm saying. So remember, the enemy you got to say something for the enemy to be able to hear you and know how to attack you. If you don't ever speak, they don't have the capacity. They don't have the gift to know what you're seeing, to be able to read telepathically. Now, I can talk to any one of y'all right now and tell y'all to call me, and y'all ass gonna call me. You gonna text me. He ain't gonna know it until you text me, though. Now, I probably can talk to one of y'all without this phone. If we didn't have a phone, I still could call you. If we're connected and you're a spiritual being, I can call you telepathically. That's why we got Wi-Fi. Because they don't fucking know. These lizards don't know shit. You know, they live underground. They don't know nothing. You know. So they got to hear you say stuff. They got to capture your text. They got to see what you're doing to be able to understand what you're doing. To be able to head you off in what you're doing. So you always got to be ahead. Y'all really have to activate your gifts. If you can. You really have to activate those gifts. Like I have conversations in my mind with a lot of people all the time. But, you know, with those I want to have a conversation with. And that's just some supernatural power. This is true. I'm scared to open my mouth at home. Yep, AI. It said yes, the electric fields. Yep, always listening. Yep. Because everything is, oh, I'm sorry. I have my hand all on the head like I'm just resting. The natural superpowers, yeah, you're right, the energy field, because everything is energy. So yeah, and it travels. But if you never said anything, they would never know. Just like with our language, our ancient mother tongue, our ancient many languages, the lizards didn't have the capacity to understand what we were saying. And so there arises the bastard ass language called English, because they had to be able to figure out what the fuck we were saying. And if they couldn't figure out what the fuck we were saying, they'll muzzle you, wanted you to shut up. And that's where y'all get that shit from too. All right? Because they couldn't understand the different many languages we spoke, because we didn't spell out words. There was only a few little words, really a lot. The metu neta is only like a few words at a time. You know, it's not a lot of like vowels and stuff in there at one time, like to make a whole word. So this bastard ass English ass language that we got here ain't even our mother tongue. And that's the only reason why they know what you're saying, because we speak it. It's because we speak it. Why everybody else doesn't have a mother tongue? Why everybody else has a mother tongue, but we don't? And English is their secondary, but English is our primary. Think about it, because that's not our regular tongue. That's not our mother tongue. That's not our mother language. They condensed us down to their size. So that's one thing you gotta realize. We the only ones that don't have a culture. We are the only ones that don't have an identity anymore. We the only ones that don't have a language other than motherfucking English, which is a bastard ass language. All right, full of tricks and spells. So you gotta try to navigate that matrix. It would behoove us to know ourselves right now. It really would. And yes, you can get around even though you don't know another language, but you can try to learn a little bit another language. Like I know a few little words, choice words here and there, because I was teaching myself. Once upon a time, I had a couple of my friends on social media teach me some languages, you know. But other than that, you just got to go out there and try. You got to go out there and learn it on your own, so that you can have something other than English. Because if you only have something other than English, that's a limitation right there in itself. You can't go nowhere and then communicate with another person. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's French, whether it's Portuguese, whether it's Spanish, whether it's Swahili, or whether it's Zulu, whether it's one of the African languages, you got to teach yourself. Greece, whatever they speak, right? So, Yoruba, you know, in Yoruba, I learned a couple of words in Yoruba, you know, a couple of Zulu words, couple of, I used to know Spanish. I got rusty on that because my stepfather was Puerto Rican. So I knew that from when I was little, but I never used it. So it's kind of like hit and miss. And then I took it in high school, of course. And then some other languages, like I was going to do French. You know, I was going to study French. That's why y'all hear me say we read, chérie a lot of times, and all the other languages, right? So I need time for Arabic, because I be looking in that thing on Quran, and I be like, what the fuck is that? So I'm gonna need a little time with that one, okay? That writing that stuff is looking like, oh Lord, no, okay? I barely can get the words pronounced right. You know, I barely can get them names. I be trying. I be like, you know, I got an app that'll give me the Arabic 99 names of Allah, and I'll be like, what that say? And even if it pronounce it for you, I'll be like, what that damn thing say? I still can't make it out because of the way whoever muffled the interception don't come good. And so I'll be like, what the fuck did they just say? I still can't say this word. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna leave that alone. But you can still teach yourself you got all those playbacks or certain words you can put in that translator, and you can start learning words, or you can start learning little sentences. Like when you go to a country, where is the restaurant, or how do I get something to eat? Or it's like little phrase words that you can have, that you can say, you know, to learn when you go to other countries, Thailand, Japan, Chinese. Learn some of that. Learn some like not major, but some common things you would ask. I need a cab, and then somebody might say, okay, I can get you one. Like my daughter, yesterday, she went to the grocery store, right? And this woman was struggling. She was pregnant. She was like, oh, Mama, I got to write down in my book I did a good deed. I said, oh, yeah, in that other book we got? She was like, yeah. It said, did you do something nice for somebody today? And I was like, what you do? She said it was this pregnant Hispanic woman at the grocery store, right? She was struggling. And she had a little old son, maybe 6 or 7. And she was struggling to get them groceries in that trunk. And my daughter was like, ooh, she lucky I was nice, because I was like, it's cold. I'm trying to get back to the house. But then she was like, no, I'm going to go ahead and help this woman. So she started speaking Spanish. Of course, she ain't speak no damn English, right? She was like, and my daughter was like, I got it. I'll get it. So she picked it up and she put it in the trunk for her, because the little boy too little to help her, but she said she was struggling. So then, give me a strawberry yogurt. Yeah, you can get one. And bring me the thing here, because I think it's still in the box. Oh no, you did open it. Didn't you already have a yogurt? Kari, you're not finna eat. You can get one, Casey. Kari, get one, but you ain't getting another one, because you already ate one. You ain't gonna eat up all my yogurt. Okay, and so she put it back. She put the thing back in there, and so the woman was like trying to say something to her. And she was like, you're good. I got it. So I said, Kiana, you knew what she was saying? Did you answer back? She said, no, I understand it, but I couldn't answer back. But she understood what she was saying. She just couldn't say it back in her language. So she was like, you're good, doing the hand gesture and stuff. And the woman was very appreciative, because it was cold. She was trying to go stock up for this cold, and then she's pregnant. And I'm like, dang, where's the man at? Like, I'm like, damn, she's struggling. Where's the man at? Yeah, he could have been at work. I get that. He could have been at work, and she was just trying to go to the store and get some things so that it'll be in the house and stuff. Get a plastic one. Get a plastic one. I think there should be a plastic spoon in there. And it should be they be eating up my dang yogurt. Eating it like it's a dessert. I think they like it because it's cold.
Thank you, Casey. You the
You don't
best.
see kids really eat yogurt. Here.
Hey, you messed up my snowball.
Who messed up what? Your snowball.
But when I touched the snow and it burned my hands.
Yeah, you touched the snow. Boy, he was crying this morning. They all wanted to go outside. And so Kiana let him go outside. He came in crying, I can't feel my hands. I can't feel. That boy went to crying. He cried for a hot minute. And she was like, sit on your hands. I told you it was cold out there. They thought they was going to go play in that little bit of snow. Till he got frostbite.
That's not heavy.
He cried, he laid down. And he was like, I feel better now. I can feel my hands now.
But I can touch something.
He thought he wanted to go out there.
I did.
It was so cold. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. But I'll see y'all later. That was just a challenge message I wanted to give y'all. That I want. He was so cold out to it was. Kim, your grandson loves those yogurts. Oh my God. Them babies there. I didn't even think they liked them until one time they asked, and I said, they better not waste my yogurt. Girl, ever since then, they've been asking for my yogurt. They kill it before I even can get one. Like that was a strawberry one. I got one left and a blueberry. They finna try to get it before me. I better try to eat one. Because they gonna take it out. Even on the East Coast, grateful. Thank you, Corinne. A good deed. Yep. A good deed book. I'm going to start that. Thank you. What is in this? It was part of the. Oh, did I take that in the back? Oh Lord. Oh no, here I did. It. Remember, it was in one of these. Yeah, it was in this one. It was in this one that says. What made you happy? What challenged me? How did I help someone? So it was in the one that says, how did I help someone? And it says, what could I have done differently? And what did I learn about myself? So it was in, this is at Walmart. I had got my daughter one and I had got one. I had got it really just to see what was in it and journal. And then it's got all the fake, like grateful, calm stuff, your word, one word to lead my day, and then your daily affirmations. I am, I will, I can. It can be right there. So it's really very, 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 very simple book. But it does actually that every day. And I started and I stopped. So I did that and I started this one and I stopped. And this one's just about being mindful. Just being mindful every day. I don't know how many journals I got floating around this house. Too many probably. And I got this one for the new year. And I'm trying to figure out, I think I'm missing some pages in this one because 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't get it because I don't have all my pages. So I don't know what to do with this. I may have to order some more sheets when I get done with this last little bit right here. I don't know why they did that though. I think that was a mistake. I was going to get this to Casey and just let her play with it because it's not complete. But she just don't scribble in it. I did put a sticker in it out of the sticker book. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I knew it felt kind of thin for some reason. So I don't know. All right, good people. I'll see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Boy, ain't nobody talking to you. He talking about bye-bye. This little boy.
See you later.
See you later. Look, Casey and Kari said, see y'all later. Bye-bye. They all in my business. They is all in my business. All right, love journaling. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to Walmart and get one. It's like a planner or it's a journal. That's an actual planner. That peach one that says plan, pause, and reflect. It looks like this. That's at Walmart. It's on Amazon too. You can find these same ones on Amazon. Plan, pause, and reflect. So yeah, it's just at Walmart when I was looking at they haven't changed their journals in a while, so I'm waiting on them to make a switch. They haven't made a switch, so I may have to go somewhere else because they still stuck on the same journals for a minute now. I think it's been over 4, 5, 6 months. They've been had the same journal, maybe longer than that, maybe like a year. And I'm like, when y'all gonna change y'all damn journals around, man? Come on now. They slipping. I didn't get this from there. I got that from Staples somewhere else. So I got that, my favorite color, blue. But you can journals are just the lines or the dots. The lines or the dots, right? Just the lines or the dots. They have like 2 other ones, I believe. Yeah, they got some other ones, but I don't like them. They've been having for a minute, unless you're talking about some new ones. That's why I got that lemonade book. Where is it at? That's why I really got this. Cause I was like, I need something different to write in. I didn't like them colors of them other ones. You know, so I just got this. You can write in something like this too. You know, you can take those questions I just wrote and then put them in this, and then every day ask yourself those questions. It ain't gotta be a journal, it could be just a notebook. Or you can make that out of a planner. Some people make these out of planners and journals. Just take spirals that they like, the colors, and just make them. This at Walmart. I just like it because it was bright. I wanted something cheery. I don't like to write in nothing too dark. You gotta be happy with your journal. You gotta pick up something that's beautiful, that speaks to your soul. Something that, see how beautiful that is? It looks beautiful, doesn't it? See, it looks beautiful, like stars. So you want something that's happy, that's gonna pick up the vibration. And the only reason I got that because, like I said, I wanted what that had in it. You know, but then I said, I guess I'll write in it sometime. And I do sometime, and sometime I don't. Depends on how I'm feeling. Because I write in my other ones. I don't have to write in those every day. Because I got the main one I write in every day. The star one. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Kim, you can find it where they have the school supplies. I just use a binder and split the work. Yeah, I do with dividers, yep. And I have rainbow paper for my notes and affirmations to inspire me. That's good, Corinne. That's good. You can do a self-made one. Make it to your choosing, to your liking. Yeah, you can. My little hair. Keep trying to shrink up under there. Yeah, you can choose it to your liking, or make it to your liking. Okay, I'm out. Bye, y'all.